Welcome to today's video. So I put a little Christmas tree up in the background because it's December, we're well into December now, and I thought I'd make it a bit more Christmassy in my videos. So I absolutely love December. Like I said, my birthday's in December. It's actually on Christmas Eve, and I just love Christmas. We love Christmas in my family. Today's video is going to be my top 10 favourite highlighters. So I have 5 liquid highlighters and 5 powder highlighters that I'm going to feature. So as I've said a million times, my favourite product to use when doing my makeup, and the thing that I always look forward to, the step that I always look forward to, is my highlighter. I could never complete my makeup without it. As you can tell by my YouTube name and my blog name, I love to create like glowy, radiant looks, and yeah, obviously my best way to do that is by using highlighters. And I have like a drawer full. I have probably, some would say, way too many, but I just can never stick to one. I just love them. So it's been a hard time trying to pick my top 10. But I think that I've kind of cracked it. I think I've cracked it. So yeah, let's get started. So as I said, I'm going to feature 5 liquid highlighters and 5 powder. I'm going to start with liquid highlighters. So first up is actually, one's kind of a high end and one is more of like a dupe version, I would say, of that highlighter. So the high end one is this is a mini one. I got this in like a set, so this is just a mini one, but I've nearly finished it, to be honest, but I'm going to feature it because I love this just for like a natural everyday highlighter. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, but obviously the liquid one, and this is in the shade Opal. So I really love this highlighter. So it just comes in a little bottle and an applicator, so it's just like, it kind of looks like a concealer applicator, but it's really nice just to put under a powder highlight, or for like a natural everyday glow without being too intense. It's kind of like a peachy goldy highlighter, I would say. I actually found a dupe for it not so long ago, and I really do think this is very similar. So this is the NYX Away We Glow highlighter, and this is in the shade Moonbeam. So again, the applicator is very similar. So again, it's kind of like a concealer applicator. And I just feel that the consistency is very similar. The colour is very similar, as you can see. It is very similar, especially on the face. It's really not that different. And I just like this one for the same reason. I love it when I don't want too much of an intense highlighter, just for every day. Not like really glittery. They have a little bit of shimmer, but I just think they look really nice on the skin. Okay, so the next one is going to be this Topshop Glow Pot. So this is in the shade Polished, and this has been around for a long time. A lot of people have raved about this, but I just really love it. It's more of like a cream highlighter, but I just really like it. It gives quite like an intense glow if you put it on in like one specific area. It gives quite an intense glow, but it blends out really nicely. And again, just looks really gorgeous under powder highlight, and it's quite like pearly, and it also smells so nice. It smells really nice. It smells of like cakes or something, like cupcakes, but yeah, it's a really nice one, and it's really affordable. I think it's like £10 or something. Okay, so then next up is probably, out of all of those that I've showed you, these are my top 2 liquid highlighters. So these just had to be in this video because I absolutely adore them. I'm actually going to apply one on one side of my face and one on the other side of the face. I do have a bit of highlighter on now. I'm going to apply it so you can see like how it applies to the skin. So first up is this. This is quite a new one for me, but I do really love it and I use it all the time. So you can actually see, I'll link the video down below where I did a first impressions of this product. At first I wasn't sure because I wasn't really 100% sure how to use it and how it works on my skin, but with continued use I love it. But yeah, I will link that down below so you can see. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. So this only comes in one shade, I believe, so this is fine, but it's a really nice goldy, again, like goldy champagne-y colour. So it just comes like this. This is the end, and then you twist it and squeeze it out. So I always do 3 dabs of this one. I usually use a beauty blender, but for this video I'm just going to use my finger. Okay, so as you can see, it gives a really nice like glow, a really nice kind of just highlighted look. I really like pairing it under my other Charlotte Tilbury highlighters, which are featured in my powder collection, so I'll show you them in a little while. But then next up is the iconic London Illuminator drops, and this is the original shade. Had to feature them. To be honest, this is my all-time favourite highlighter. As I've said before, I couldn't live without this. So I can mix it with my primer, I can put a few drops into my foundation, I can put a few drops into my moisturiser, I can focus some on certain areas of my face to give them really intense glow, and then I usually apply a powder highlight over it for an even more intense one. So it just is this little pipette. Apply it to this side of my face. Okay, so as you can see, that is how it looks. So that is it just gives a gorgeous champagne-y gold finish. So this is the iconic London one, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. Yeah, so they had to be featured in this video. So now going on to powder highlighters. So first up, I am going to talk about MAC highlighter. So I usually pair this one with the Becca highlighter that I mentioned previously. This is the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish Highlighter. So this one is slightly different for me compared with my other ones, because this is more of like a rose goldy kind of champagne-y shade. So this is really gorgeous, but I usually go for gold highlighters, like gold and just pure champagne-y gold. But as I say, this one is more of a rose gold, a bit more pinky, which I don't usually go for. But with certain looks, especially like just natural everyday, when I don't want too much, this one's perfect. But as I say, for a more intense look, especially if I've got like a pink lip, this is a good everyday one. Really like this one. So then next up is my all-time favourite powder highlighter. So this is the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. So this was in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. So this is the Champagne Pop highlighter. So this is what it looks like. This is the limited edition one. It was like the special anniversary thing, I believe. So it's got like a champagne bottle on it, and the packaging is like a gorgeous gold, pure gold colour, and I love it. This was probably my first proper highlighter that I used consistently. I feel like it's the first highlighter that really made me fall in love with highlighters in general. I just loved the way that it made my skin look. I loved how glowy it made my skin look and how it just finished off my makeup perfectly. I loved the shade, and yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. And my all-time favourite highlighter combo is the iconic London Illuminator drops and this Becca Champagne Pop. If you haven't tried them two together, you really need to. I think they're just stunning, and they just look insane on the skin and just give a gorgeous glow. I also love applying this one above my eyebrows, kind of around my temples just here. and it just gives such a pretty finish, and it just makes you look so radiant and so healthy. So I highly recommend this. This is my favourite powder highlighter. So then next up is another Charlotte Tilbury product. So I am, as I said, I'm a big fan of Charlotte Tilbury, so there are a few of her products in here, but I just feel like she kills the game every time, and I just can't do a video without featuring one of her products at least. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold highlighter. So I have done a blog post on actually very recently on all of my favourite Charlotte Tilbury makeup products, so I will link that down below so you can check it out if you're interested. And this one is featured in there. So first of all, I just love the packaging of this. It's so gorgeous and it's just so cute. So this is what it looks like. It's actually like a bar of gold, which is so cute, and it is quite small, but it's just so nice to like take away and just like pop in your bag. It's just so cute. I think it makes such a gorgeous Christmas gift. I think it's like £32, so it is quite pricey, but honestly this would last forever, and I just think it's such a cute little gift. So yeah, I love this one. It's a really gorgeous gold, again a pure gold highlighter, and it just looks so pretty again over makeup, and it just gives a gorgeous glowy finish, and it really does pop over the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light wand. Those two together are gorgeous. So finally we are on to palettes which feature my favourite highlight shades. So again, they're both powders, but they are palettes which feature my favourite highlight shades. So this is why they are being featured. So continuing with the Charlotte Tilbury theme, again this has been around for a long time. It was one of Charlotte Tilbury's original products. I think one of the products that made everyone fall in love with her brand, and it's just, I think it was the first thing I purchased from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. Mine is in the light to medium shade, so it's got a gorgeous contour shade which is kind of like a cool brown. It doesn't look too warm, too orange, nothing like that, so this is gorgeous. And then this is the highlight shade, which I absolutely adore. I love this for everyday highlighting. It's a lot more of a kind of subtle highlight. So yeah, I love these two. Again, this was, I think this is £49, so it is quite pricey, but I just think it makes such a nice Christmas present for someone special. And again, the packaging is just unreal. The everyday highlight, I had to feature this one in my video. And then lastly is the Becca Cosmetics palette with which was in collaboration with Chrissy Teigen, I never know how you say her second name, but I love her, and this collaboration was just like, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this. I literally bought it as soon as it came out. I was so excited. I love this palette for all the shades, so I'm featuring both these palettes because I don't want to feature palettes that I only use one shade of, because that would be a waste of your time. So I do love all the shades in this palette, but again the highlighters are just insane, so that's why I'm featuring them. Becca Cosmetics, like with the Jaclyn Hill one, again do absolutely insane highlighters, so I completely recommend them. So this is what it, firstly the packaging is just insane. It's just like a gorgeous marbly rose gold, which is just, if I could make a dream product it would look something like this. And then this is the inside, so it has two highlight shades which are right here, a bronzer and a blusher. First of all, this blusher does look quite scary. When I first got this palette I was like, because I don't like really pink blushes, but I have to say this is a lot scarier in the pan than it actually looks on the skin. It's not a bright pink at all. It blends out really nicely, so if you want to have it more like subtle, out really nicely. This bronzer is gorgeous because it's a nice glowy colour, gives a really nice colour to the skin, and then these two highlighters are just gorgeous. So this is more of a pinky highlighter, this is more of a peachy goldy highlighter. So yeah, I love both of these shades. They're both lovely. If I had to choose, I think this would be my favourite one. But yeah, I love both of them. They're so gorgeous. And I think this would make such a nice Christmas present for someone special. And it's just gorgeous. It's a nice palette. I think palettes are really good to give as a present because you get lots of shades in one, and I just think they look so pretty on your dressing table and things like that. So that is the end of my favourite top 10 highlighters. So I am going to do some more top 10 videos. I think I'm going to do some top 10 cleansers because I'm all about my skincare. Probably some maybe top 10 foundations, things like that. Maybe just top 10 makeup products in general. If you like this video, I would really love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and I would be so grateful if you subscribed. It would mean a lot to me. I will link my blog and everything down below so you can check it out if you're interested. I will also link all the products down below that I featured so you can have a look, check it out and see if any of them take your fancy, or if you fancy buying them for a Christmas present, anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video and my little Christmas tree in the background, and I will see you again soon. Bye!